I put myself between them and pointed my sword at the men as they rushed us. "Any who approach are welcoming their death!" I shouted in fair warning. The men froze in place, but many of them had been reloading as they charged. They fired a volley of bolts at me, and I deflected most of them, but this time I was still hit by several. I froze when I heard Zhao cry out in agony behind me. I looked back and my heart began to sink as I saw him standing near the tree, doubled over and holding both hands over his left eye. I could see the bolt sticking out from between his fingers where it had struck his eye socket. I turned back to face our enemies as I heard a set of footsteps approaching. My heart started to race as I felt Lin Yu's unusual pressure once again pressing down on me. I took a defensive stance as she drew her blade and her light grew bright with intensity. "If you're challenging anyone here to a death match, my code of honor compels me to accept," she said smugly before throwing a signal to her men to stand down. I gulped as I built up as much strength as I could muster, but I have to admit, I was intimidated. My master had trained me to fight opponents far more powerful than myself, and yet for some reason, this mortal woman was scaring the life out of me. I gritted my teeth and prepared myself for the worst as she stopped and flourished her exceptionally long black blade. I was a little surprised when she beckoned me to attack. She seemed entirely off guard, simply holding her long blade off to the side. I decided to try and use the element of surprise and lunged at her as fast as I could, but I was shocked when she perfectly parried my blow at the last second. I dropped into a sweep kick in front of her, but she merely hopped over it before landing right on top of me, pressing her foot down into my throat. I gagged as I started to struggle, but she pointed her blade at my neck. "You move from your place and I'll kill you like the dog that you are." I growled and used my elemental power to call a bolt of lightning down from the sky. It crashed through the tree canopy and was supposed to electrify us both, but I couldn't believe she got out of the way in time. A wild but intrigued look in her eyes.